I have had the absolute privilege of being with my baby nonstop for 8 months. I can probably count how many times I've gone somewhere and I did not have him with me or I left him with someone. And I'm so thankful for that because the time goes by really quickly. But here are 4 things that I've learned from having him permanently attached to my hip for the past 8 months. Number one, motherhood is the most important job God has given women. If you're a mom, you've probably experienced attempting to put your baby down or leave them with someone, but your baby was absolutely not having it. Now, it makes me want to scream sometimes, but it's also an honor to be my baby's person, to know that for a short time in his little life, I'm the person that he trusts the most. And I'm starting to believe that this was by design. Women are naturally nurturing, and this role of motherhood was designed specifically for us. We were meant to have to give up a part of ourselves, our freedom, our sleep, even to some extent our mental peace. And it's so that we can know true sacrifice, to get a glimpse of the love God has for us. Motherhood isn't even close to the love and care our Father has for us. Now, I don't believe that being a mother is necessary to understand that. I don't think that it's required to grow closer to God. I do think that it's an incredible demonstration of the love of God and the intense sacrifice that's required of Christians to inherit His kingdom and to really know Him. Nothing in my life has compared to motherhood, and there's nothing that could have prepared me for it. Number two, there is no such thing as spoiling your baby. We are so self-centered to believe that we have to put our baby on a schedule and set a standard for them as soon as they arrive. They come from warmth and darkness, and suddenly they're thrown into light and chaos. And the first thing that we want to do is train them to be okay with being put down. And even worse, most people do this at the expense of not wanting to spoil their baby, which is complete nonsense. We are our baby's safe space and most frequently interacted with person. So if we can't be that safe and comforting place, how will our babies learn to regulate their emotions? How will they learn to be okay with being independent if we don't first provide safety and support? Your baby is not capable of intentionally manipulating you at such a young age. Your baby actually needs you. So hold your baby, love your baby, nurture and comfort him or her. That's not spoiling, that's love. Number three, babies need you, not stuff. Now, I've spoken on this in 2 other videos, which I will link below. But forget about all the baby gadgets you think you need. Primarily, your baby just needs you, your time, and ability to focus solely on motherhood, especially in those first few months. The best thing that I've learned to do is to not substitute other items for my affection and touch. You'll be able to learn what gadgets you need, but likely it'll be half of what you think, maybe even less than that. The more time and physical attention that you can dedicate to your baby, the fewer gadgets you will need. And quite honestly, the gadgets that you decide to get are going to heavily depend on the lifestyle that you lead. And number 4, having a baby was meant to be an act of love. If you're loved and supported by your husband and allowed to operate in a stress-free environment where you're allowed to be fully present as a mother, you will have a much more enjoyable experience. And I don't say this to be shady, but going back to work 6 weeks after having a baby does not really allow for you to be stress-free and fully present. The time goes by quickly, and that time feels like an instant. So the restriction doesn't really allow you to be present. It forces you to start planning for your new life. Because if you're going back to work, you have to be prepared to now commute, to pump milk if you're breastfeeding, even to be mentally and physically adjusted to the new norm. So it really is very important to choose the right husband, because this is going to make the difference in whether or not you have support and understanding. It's definitely not easy being with your baby 24/7, but I stand on the belief that when properly supported, it is the best thing that you can do for your baby and for yourself. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.